here, aka Peter Freakout 10, bringing an episode of the Movie Review Show, where the good movies are always reviewed, baby. Heck yes. And I continue my summer movie reviews, baby. Hell yes. Okay, now on today's episode, I'm going to do a review of a film that I actually saw for the very first time. And believe it or not, I actually had to watch this film 2 times, sadly, because one time, the first time, I should say, I was talking on the phone with someone, and that conversation I had on the phone lasted through the whole movie, and I didn't get to see it till the very end. So pretty much, that was pretty much a waste, and pretty much made me miss the whole thing, and I didn't even understand what the heck was going on. And I had to watch it a second time. Now, pretty much, before I get into anything, I want to say this is a film that I really did not know what to expect from it, and that's saying a lot. That being said, I watched a few videos on it, like the trailer, and some people talking about Cecil, Good Bad Flicks, where he did an exploring on this film. But that being said, he really, as much as he kind of gave the idea, I really did not know what I was going to be getting through the film. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, because I really didn't want the film to be spoiled for me. I wanted to enjoy the movie, watching it for the first time, and like, holy heck! Like, I wanted it to be like that. I didn't want the film to be ruined, because I just really felt that I really want to enjoy this film with a passion, seeing as how everybody had something to say about it, especially when you look at, say, Rambo Rat for Life, who loves this movie and declared it one of his favorites, and I really wanted to see how it was. I really wanted to give it a shot. And what do I have to say? Well, you'll find out. But first, that title is none other than In the Mouth of Madness. Now, In the Mouth of Madness was a film that was directed by John Carpenter, and it was made in 1995, the same year Balto came out. As well as Demonite, The Jerky Boys, among many others. 1995 was a great year for movies, along with 1996. But In the Mouth of Madness, as I said, was directed by John Carpenter. And if you don't know who John Carpenter is... Sorry, I just had to do that. Falcon punch, you guys. But if you don't know who John Carpenter is, let me explain. John Carpenter is a director best known for directing films such as Escape from L.A. and Escape from New York, which both of which are pretty much action sci-fi films, and pretty much supplemented his work as an action director. But where he has his place among viewers is in the horror section, because in 1978 he gave us Halloween, which pretty much paved the way for slasher movies and showed us what slasher movies could do, and it was just an all-around classic. If you claim you're a horror fan and you have not seen Halloween, go see it. And pretty much after that, he gave us The Thing, one of my all-time favorite horror films. It was awesome. It was gory. What more do I need to say about The Thing? It is just a great movie. If you have not seen The Thing either, get off your butt and go see it. Other films he's directed, such as The Prince of Darkness, which I have never seen, but I have it over there on DVD. And this is his other one. In other films he's directed, like after this, he would go on to direct Vampires, Ghost of Mars. Vampires I loved. Ghost of Mars I actually really, really love. I don't know why it gets so much hate, but In the Mouth of Madness, this is the one that people talk the least about. When you ever hear John Carpenter, people don't even know about this movie. There are some people that don't even think this film exists. This is a film that really gets no attention. It had a really light return at the box office. It was pretty much just, it flew off the map. It got mixed reviews. Roger Ebert gave this movie 2.5 out of 4 stars. Roger Ebert, we keep running into each other. But with all that being said, this movie is awesome. I gotta say that. This movie is awesome. I was like watching it and I was like, wow, this film is just, wow. Like, yeah, that's what I have to say. Wow, this film is just great. And I honestly think this is one of Carpenter's best movies. I never understood why it got such a light return. I never understood why so many people don't remember this film. I just don't get it. This is one of those movies that I'm baffled by that people don't even know about. Just to me, that is what I gotta say. I'm baffled that people don't even know about this film. That's what I gotta say. Not even my dad, and he's seen a lot of John Carpenter movies. He even saw Ghost of Mars, which is one that people don't even seem to know about, but there are some who know about it and say it's his weakest. I disagree, but In the Mouth of Madness, I think, is a strong-made movie. I think it's just... it really just is fantastic because of its idea. This is actually based off an H.P. Lovecraft thing, and pretty much the movie incorporates this idea into the film, which we'll get into. And basically, yeah, we'll get into what that is later, but anyway. The film stars Sam Neill. You might remember him from Dead Calm. He was in Jurassic Park. He would go on to be in Event Horizon. He would return to Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park 3, which we'll talk about later. But I'm happy Sam Neill loves this movie. If you look up Cecil's review of Good Bad Flicks, it doesn't sound like he disowns it. He claims the movie is one of his favorites, and I'm grateful that Sam Neill remembers this movie, because this is a film that should be remembered. I'm definitely grateful that Sam Neill even has words to say about it, because you have directors nowadays or actors nowadays giving junk to the horror movies that they were in, and I'm like, does it really need that junk or something? I'm grateful that Sam Neill even remembers this movie, and grateful that he even likes the film at all. But you also have Julie Carmen, who what else is she in? I really don't know her, but you have Charlton Heston, who is an Academy Award. You have Jürgen Prochnow from The Seventh Sign, among many others. But holy hell, this movie is awesome. But anyway, getting into the film, it starts off in a mental institution where we meet our main character, John Trent, played by Sam Neill, and you could tell this guy's been through something. You don't know exactly what he has been through, but you can tell there's something on his mind. You can tell something's going on with him, and basically we see him get put into his room and locked in there, and basically he starts seeing stuff, and pretty soon this detective comes in to ask what exactly is going on, and he tells him the story of how he got there in the first place. We learn that John was an investigator, and basically as he was investigating, we have this author named Sutter Kane. And Sutter Kane is among one of the biggest writers of horror history in this movie. They even poke fun at Stephen King and his writing and whatnot. They say, oh, Stephen King cannot match with Sutter Kane and his writing. And basically, Sam Neill doesn't like his books and pretty much throws them to the side. Even calls his books horror C, which, but, yeah. Basically, we learn that Sutter has gone missing, and Sutter Kane is actually played by Jürgen Prochnow. And along with that, around that time that is going on, everybody has become infatuated with these books, and it seems like the book is taking over everybody's minds, because everybody's starting riots, everybody's pretty much getting in fisticuffs with everybody, the police are pretty much beating on people, and pretty much the world has become violent, and they think it's all contributed by Sutter Kane's books. And pretty much as that's going on, Sam Neill really does not know what to do, and he discovers Sutter Kane's town, and I do like how they do this. I like the fact that some of the covers of the book that Sam Neill has, like the Sutter Kane books, he basically cuts out a few of the covers, and it makes like a portrait or an area where Sutter Kane lives in this town, and basically he decides to go there along with this other woman played by Julie Carmen, and they get off on the wrong hand. They start saying stuff to each other, And pretty much once they get there, they start seeing weird stuff, and a lot of stuff going on is actually similar to Sutter Kane's work, and it pretty much goes weird out when pretty much a lot starts happening, and pretty much things start going on and whatnot. So now, I don't want to spoil exactly, but now pretty much John is going to have to stand up and fight for himself and save the world from Sutter Kane, because pretty much what he's doing is he's messing with John's mind, because pretty much he starts incorporating it into into the real world, because Sutter Kane's actually writing stuff. Like, he's able to rewrite something that went on. Like, one point towards the end, they say he did something, but pretty much he says he did something at the beginning of the movie that we saw, but pretty much he rewrites the scene in a particular book, and pretty much that changes everything in this movie. So you're pretty much left questioning, did that really happen, or was that all in his mind? Could it have been rewritten? But pretty much now he's going to have to fight back. Will John be able to save himself, or will the magic of literature actually take over his mind? I always knew reading was bad. But In the Mouth of Madness is awesome. One thing I do gotta say that I really, really love about the movie is definitely the story. I really like the idea of this whole idea of this world where basically everything is basically revolved around this book, or these books, and that everybody has become so infatuated with it. And I think it incorporates it well. And I really do like the idea of this whole thing where pretty much you have everybody getting obsessed with it. You see people attacking people, and you see like them doing crazy stuff. And I really think it's incorporated really well, and it kind of makes you question, like, could literature be taking over us and whatnot? Could we be too infatuated with books as opposed to movies and whatnot? But yeah, I really do love how they did that in this movie. I also really like that one scene I told you guys about, how he's able to rewrite and everything, and you start questioning it and whatnot. Could he have done this? And I think it's incorporated really, really well into this movie. And I really love that whole aspect of it. And I think it really adds a really creepy vibe to it. And that's another thing, too, that I really do like about the film. Is definitely, when you go into this town, the production design is very, very well done. Like, you can tell John Carpenter had the budget. And he does it really... Sorry, I burped there, but he does it really well in this film, and that's one thing I love about John Carpenter. With a small budget, he's able to make things look very creepy and really part of the world and whatnot, really add the creepiness to the world around him, I should say, which is what he really does with his horror films. I feel Clive Barker does that in the same way of Nightbreed or even Lords of Illusions, but John Carpenter does it in a way where it really is subtle. And this idea of this world being obsessed with these books and pretty much taking it into their lives and attacking people because they're so obsessed with it is really crazy. And some of the stuff that they do in the film is really crazy and whatnot. And the production, and I love the few scenes in that long tunnel. It's just really well done production design. Really, really, really well done. Really great production design. This is one of the most beautifully creepy films I think I've seen. Now, actually, yeah, H.P. Lovecraft, I think that's who I said it was based upon. But pretty much, he incorporates the whole idea of H.P. Lovecraft's work into this film really well. And the acting in the film is phenomenal. John Trent, played by Sam Neill. Sam Neill, as I said, loves the movie, and I'm grateful he does. And you're able to see that. He's having fun with this role. I really love how, at the beginning, he's not like the typical, like, oh my god, I gotta believe this kind of guy. He's really, like, wants to be like, no, this is not real. And at one point, he's like, he's like tapping on the thing, and he's like, this is reality, and something like that. And he's really trying to prove that it's not real and whatnot. He's really trying to get that through everybody's head, but unfortunately nobody's listening to him. And I really felt it was really, really well done, his character. He really I won't want to say he comes off as kind of a jerk, but at times you do feel he is being a little pushy, and you really feel that he's trying too hard to get that into everybody's head, and it really becomes like he's trying to force his way into the people's head and say, this is not real, with a slap on the hand or something. But I thought he did a great job, and I thought that really worked to his character, because it's not often you see that. It's not often you have a character trying to stand up and say, this is real, and really stick up for the idea, because most of the time your characters are like, I believe in this and whatnot, and really just kind of hammer that down and whatnot. But I really loved this character, and I love how the film is really told through flashbacks. You think you really get a reason for his insanity, and you see why he would go insane and whatnot. So overall, I definitely really feel that Sam Neill really worked in this film, and I think he put his all in here. So overall, Sam Neill did a great job. And then, of course, you got Jurgen Pronchnau, who plays Sutter Kane, and he did a fantastic job. Now, it's not often, it's the film that has him on screen for very, very little, but the few scenes that he is on are creepy. Like, the scenes you see him, like, with John, and he's messing with him, you're like, holy hell. Like, there are some scenes that are messed the heck up in this movie with his character. Like, what he writes and whatnot, how he messes with John's head, and you see that all through him, and it's really creepy. In that one scene where he has that one girl in the room with him, and he's like he's like messing with her and whatnot, it makes him feel the back of his head, like that is like creepy. And Jürgen Prochnow did such a great job in this movie, especially the scenes where you see him interacting with Sam Neill. I really, really love that about the film. And plus, John Glover also did a great job, Charlton Heston, and all the other actors in this film do a really great job. I really love the one scene in the film where pretty much one of the reasons this film really worked, as I said, was that whole thing of him rewriting some stuff. Like, one scene, he actually makes, like, John, pretty much, he's, like, trying to drive away, and he's driving through everything, and pretty much he drives straight through the people, and you think he's about to get away, but no, he's back where he started with those people. Like, he drove past them, and he's pretty much trying to get away. He thinks he drove out of town, and then he's back where he started. Like, things like that really work. I really love the way it incorporates a lot of that. And I really feel this film works. I really feel it works. And it really comes across as creepy and really well made, and you get a sense that John Carpenter really understands how to present this vibe on screen, and you understand that he's trying to do something different, and it feels a little bit like an anthology. You do get elements of slasher, you do get elements of the monster in the basement, you still get elements of crazy people, you still get elements of a lot of stuff, and you still get that all in this film, and I really love that idea. It feels a little bit like an anthology a little bit, because he encounters many different things, his own insanity, visions, monsters, and I think it really works in the movie. And if they were all shoved in there for one and jump between each other, I would just be like, this sucks. But the way it's done here is like you're focusing on a writer who writes stuff and rewrites particular scenes. That's really how the film works, because its story keeps it on track, and it doesn't know when to get lost. It doesn't know which route to take, and it knows what route to take when it tries to be like that, I should say. But overall, I really love those elements in the film, and I love the music too by John Carpenter and Jim Lang. I love the opening rock song. I don't know how it goes, but that is an awesome opening, and I definitely felt involved in the movie once that started. I mean, there were points I was checking my phone because that person was calling back, and I had to rewrite them like I'm watching something now, because you already wiped a lot out of me the first time I watched this. But overall, I definitely love the idea, and the effects in this film are tremendous. These are practical effects, and they look tremendous. From like the monster Hob to pretty much the old lady with the stuff coming out of her, who I actually recognized. Who's actually the grandma from Happy Gilmore. I'm like, I've seen her before, and like she has like octopus arms coming out of her, and like there's definitely some really messed up scenes. As I said, it's definitely a really graphic film. It's definitely nasty, and you'll definitely feel sick after watching it. And you should be. The visuals are done by Industrial Light and Magic, who did the effects for Jurassic Park. They also did Spawn. They did a lot of stuff for Star Wars. And the makeup effects are done by Robert Kurtzman, Greg Nicotero, and Howard Berger of Effects Group. And these are like gods in the makeup industry, and they do them really, really, really well. Really well makeup effects, really cool looking too, especially that scene with Hobb at the end. Like, holy heck, those were just some awesome makeup effects. Yeah. So overall, In the Mouth of Madness is a fantastic movie. I will say, though, one problem I do have with the film is that towards the end, it kind of gets stuck on the idea when we already get the idea and you're really waiting for something to happen. But it really is like, oh, we threw the best parts at you, and it kind of gets lost towards the end. But for what it does, like, but then it finally gets on track after that. But it's just one teeny tiny thing that really becomes good. All in all, In the Mouth of Madness is a fantastic film. And if you're looking for a unique horror film and you love H.P. Lovecraft, I highly recommend you go check out In the Mouth of Madness. This is a great movie. Definitely one you ought to check out. If you're a horror nut and you want to see something cool and unique, definitely check out In the Mouth of Madness. All in all, I give In the Mouth of Madness a 9 out of 10, and it deserves it, and therefore gets my seal of approval. It's definitely a film I will watch again and again. Even on Halloween this year, I'm definitely going to take this out and watch it. So, definitely, yeah, that's what I got to say. But that's my review on In the Mouth of Madness. I got a quick update I want to show. I just got to grab something first. Let me get this. Hold on, guys. I'm just fixing something. Sorry. It's a quick update I want to show you guys. Some films I got the past couple of weeks and some games I got this week and whatnot. But anyway, as I said, I was getting these two films. First two Leprechaun films on VHS. Both look very, very good. I actually watched a couple minutes of this one, and it looks very well. Tape is in great shape. That was rewinded and whatnot. Then Leprechaun 2, which I had to rewind this one, but it really didn't matter because, yeah, it did come from Hollywood Video. But really looks fine, too. Scanning through it, it really looks good. I like these Hollywood Video things, too. So, probably must have been one that's going out of business. But, yeah, I also got some more tapes here, too. I picked up at my Bull Moose, I got a few VHS tapes. First one I got was Speed. This is a new release there. Pretty much got the tape full, and definitely going to review this one. This is one I've been wanting to review for a while. Definitely going to talk about that one. And got these two films because I want to get prepared to watch the third one pretty soon. Definitely going to go see that soon. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Definitely want to review that one. Definitely found some time to review it. Definitely going to talk about that one. I also picked up its sequel, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. This flip DVD. Love it when they do these. Love it when they do that. But, yeah. Other films I picked up this one I've been wanting to talk about, even though I have this on VHS. I wanted this for the features, and I'm going to watch this downstairs in my theater. I'll be sure to tell you what I think of it, and that is Jeepers Creepers. This is the special edition DVD. It has deleted and extended scenes, alternate opening and ending sequence, director's audio commentary, behind the peepers, a collection of 6 mini featurettes on the making of the film, photo gallery, an original 2 theatrical trailer, and more. And this is 2 discs, and it came complete. And I don't use the PS2 to play these stuff because the PS2 really reads the little scratches really well as opposed to like a regular DVD player, but it really works because I tried it on another DVD. The other one I picked up, and I've been wanting to talk about this one. I have the first one and getting prepared for Red Dragon soon, and that is Hannibal. I know this is a really long movie. It's actually 2 hours and 11 minutes, and I saw Silence of the Lambs, but I didn't review it. I might watch it again to review it. And pretty much Yeah, it looked pretty good. It came in mint condition and it had like the sticker on it. It was used and it still had the freaking sticker on it from like the thing, like over 2 hours of special features. So yeah. And the last film I got that I really wanted to watch was The Fast and the Furious. I wanted to watch this before Too Fast, Too Furious, and came complete with its little slip right here. The disc looks very good. Disc is in mint condition. Yeah. Came looked very well. DVD itself is pretty good. And that's all the movies I got now for the games. I got a few PS1 games and PS2 games. First one I got was Pac-Man World 2. I've been playing this a little bit and actually really enjoy it. It's made by Namco. It's very different from the other Pac-Man games. Definitely is more of a platformer as opposed to the arcadey style. But definitely going to review this on my other channel. If you guys don't know about my other channel, I'll put the link somewhere up here. And be sure to give that channel a sub and pretty much tell me what you guys think of that. And yeah. A few PS1 games I picked up in preparation for a couple of these. First one I picked up was Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Got this at Bull Moose as well. Looks very good. Been playing this a little bit. It's actually really fun. I know there's other version of this. There's like an N64 version and a PlayStation 2 version, Rayman 2 Revolution, but I couldn't find that version. That was the version I was going for, but I just went with the PlayStation version because really like this version. I know the N64 has more levels than that, but really enough, I still like the game no matter where you play it. But the other two I got in preparation for Enter the Dragonfly, and that is Spyro the Dragon and Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Now, it's Spyro the Dragon, it's in a completely different case. This is actually from the Batman Forever soundtrack. That's because the case that came in didn't have like the back here with like this, but it had like a different case that was really busted up and really broken and whatnot and really looked bad and really was worried about the disc. So pretty much, yeah, at least the manual's okay, but I was just really worried about the disc and how it would work and whatnot. But that's Spyro. It still plays really well. Definitely going to review that game once I beat it. The next one, as I said, Ripto's Rage. Got this pretty good. I put some tape on it because I was afraid like the PS2 wouldn't read it, but it reads it fine. Because pretty much before when I had this game and I sold it, the PlayStation was pretty much not reading it well, my old one, and I had to get a new one, and pretty much it reads better now, the disc, because some of the PlayStations, you guys know, the lasers are pretty bad on the older models, but now they work pretty well. But that's Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and last but not least for the PlayStation 1 games, and, oh yeah, one more PS2 game I picked up, SmackDown Just Bring It. That's one game I want to play. I'm going to start playing soon. Very good game, even though it has no manual. The game looks and plays fine because I played just started it up and played a little bit of it. Plays really fine. So, one game I'm going to play soon. And the last but not least, Crash Bandicoot 2, The Wrath of Cortex Strikes Back. This is one game I've been wanting to play for a while. Really enjoyed the first game. It was really hard, though. And definitely going to start this later today along with some of these other ones, and I'll be sure to tell you guys what I think of that once I beat it on my other channel. And I'm going to put the channel link to my other channel up here in the thing below, and pretty much, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of In the Mouth of Madness, if you guys enjoy it, if you guys hate it, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.